All zodiac signs. This is a general tarot reading for all zodiac signs. My name is Greta, and I am an intuitive reader. I do like to start out with some smudge, some sage to cleanse the area, followed by 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading, again, for all tarot signs. If you have any questions during this reading, please write them in the comment section. And let me just get my comments turned on here. One moment. Let's make sure that I'm able to see any comments that you may have. There we go. Okay. I have too many characters. Let me try that. Thank you for your patience. One moment there. Let me pin that. Perfect. Thank you very much for being patient with me. Again, my name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. I do look at the horoscopes. I also look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements before a reading. And I do take a few notes of thoughts and things that have come to mind. But I always, first and foremost, look at the cards on the table and always follow my intuition. And I do recommend that all listeners listen to their intuition. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the zodiac signs. If this is your first time tuning in, a little bit about the layout of this reading. When we look at this top row, that first row, we will be looking at your public life, your professional life, and the situations that are surrounding you there. The second row is your private life, your personal life, and the situations that are surrounding you there. The third row is final thoughts, final messages, final takeaway. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the zodiac signs. One more card. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the zodiac signs. Wow, nice reading coming in together this week. And the foundation, the basis of this reading is the Emperor card. And let's just maybe slide those over just a tad. So we're able to see all of those cards. Maybe put those a little bit closer together. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the zodiac signs. The Emperor card. When the Emperor card comes up in readings, most generally, I think of how are we ruling our lives? How are we governing our lives? And are we being too stern? Are we being too lenient? It does take quite a bit of awareness and intuitiveness and even empathic to really rule a kingdom well. And that is forced by the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about being in the public eye, about pulling together or leading, sharing your opinions, sharing your point of view. And you're sharing your opinions or your point of view either in your workplace or in your home place. And let's see how you are sharing your opinions, your knowledge, or your point of view with those that are surrounding you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Zodiac signs this week. Again, welcome to my channel. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. If at any time during this reading you have a question about the cards on the table or about the topic of conversation, I would be more than happy to address those. And I may be mispronouncing your name. Well, hey, Maddie on TV. Hello back to you. And is that Anshil? Anshil, this is a general reading. At this time, I am not doing private readings. If you have a question about the topic of conversation or about the cards that are on the table, please write that in the comment section, and I would consider that Spirit's message for you. And we start off with the Eight of Cups. Moving on, moving into the great unknown. There is something in your public life, in your professional life, that you are starting or that you are beginning, that you are moving on to, and you're a little bit unsure about that. You're a little bit unsure about that. And you're being guarded and protective about that. You're trying to put up a protection. You're trying to put up a safety net. And why I'm getting that is on this Four of Pentacles, we can look and we can see how guarded they are. The one thing I'm going to say about being guarded, we can become so guarded that we do not let those that are meant or that are sent to help us on our journey, we can block them out. We can keep them out. And the other side of that is, look how guarded this person is. But look, their back is also left unprotected. And that just tells me that regardless of how guarded we are, a thief or someone that wishes us ill intent will be compelled and continue to try to work their way in. And so when we're guarded, we need to balance that we're not so guarded that we let those that are sent to help us in, and that we are mindful, aware that a thief will continually try to enter. And funny, I should say a thief, because here we have the Page of Swords, which in tarot can represent a thief or can represent someone looking over their shoulder. It's like you're aware that there is someone in your public life that is wishing you ill intent. And Oliver, you are 100% right. Jesus is really the one that guards us. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. And that is followed by the Magician card. And the Magician really lets us know that we have everything that we need in order to succeed. You are being divinely blessed with your God-given gifts and watched over. You have everything you need in order to succeed and overcome whatever thief this is, whatever it is that you are being guarded off. And you are ready to step out of the spotlight, and you're ready to let others take the lead. And it's not that you haven't been successful. You've been very successful. It's just you're ready to focus more on home life and your emotional and spiritual development. And so instead of being the team lead, I think you're wanting to move more into being a team player. There has been additional pressure from supervisors or from competitors that may be making work life a little difficult. But again, I don't see that it is anything that you're not going to be able to manage. I don't think it's anything that you haven't prepared for. And most definitely, if you remained in a leadership position or the leadership role, most definitely you would be able to handle it. But I do not believe that you're wanting to step back or step out of the spotlight because of this additional pressure. I think you're, again, wanting to step out of the spotlight to work on personal development. Before I move on to your private life or your personal life, did anyone have any questions about their professional life, about their work life, or about their career that they would like clarity on? If so, please do write that in the comment section. I'm on a little bit of a time delay. Thank you for being patient with me. Let's do this while we're here. There we go. And then here we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, a little secret about this card of the Six of Pentacles, that is the teacher in disguise. And that teacher, there is a lesson in something that we're perceiving as unfair. To the outside eye, it looks like it is fair. It looks like it is equal. It looks like it's an equal give and take. But when we delve deeper into the situation, or when we are in that situation, we realize that there's not the balance that is given. It's almost like someone controlling the purse strings, somebody controlling the finances, somebody controlling the bank account. And while when people on the outside are looking in, they can see it's like, wow, look at all that nice stuff, and look at this, and look at that. But they don't see on the inside where maybe we don't have the funds available for the little personal or private sundries that either our allowance, our weekly budget isn't significant enough, or we don't get an allowance, we don't get a budget. It's like someone else is in charge of the little details. And that is followed by the 10 of Wands. And the 10 in tarot represents endings, beginnings, and an action from God. And many times when I'll see the 10 of tarot, I'll say that this is the gathering, the bringing in of the harvest. And so the gathering, the bringing in of the harvest is an ending and a beginning both at the same time. Something is evolving, something is moving to the next stage, the next step. Followed by the Queen of Pentacles. And when we look at this Queen of Pentacles, we can see her deep appreciation, her deep gratitude for the pentacle that she does have. Very appreciative. I love that appreciation card. I like to call that my gratitude card. We can just see the gratitude written all over her face. I love that. And that is followed by the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is the quiet transition, the quiet, again, moving on to the next stage, moving on to the next step. And so we have two sixes here, right here in your private life. And what the six in tarot represents is security, the unfolding of a situation. It could mean protection and growth. There's protection and growth. And when we look at the pentacles in the tarot, it represents the physical, the external being, the foundation, our foundation, the physical things in our lives that we build our lives upon. And the swords in tarot represents intellect, heart, and the results of the scene, the results of the physical. And there's movement there. There's a lot of movement there. A lot of change, a lot of growth that is coming in that is bringing about a deeper appreciation, a deeper gratitude. A deeper gratitude. What is that deeper gratitude? Thank you, Spirit, when we are experiencing a new love, we are often in a state of euphoria. And when we're in that state of euphoria, we often overlook the red flags. And it's important that we wait for that feeling of euphoria to die down before making any big commitments or any long-term commitments. How you express yourself and how you express love is what the universe, what the world reflects back to you. And if you're not wanting or not feeling like spending time with close family, with close friends, that's okay. Do not force yourself, or do not let others force you into spending time with them. I tell you, let's talk about Cancer. The Cancer season actually started this month, and Cancer is really coming in like a lion. Everyone's feelings and emotions are really just heightened for this next couple of weeks. And when we pair that with that full moon in Capricorn, that full strawberry moon in Capricorn, and the Cancer deals with emotions, feelings, and Capricorns are really kind of the no nonsense physical aspect of the tarot. And so we have that polarity there, that pull between wanting to move forward on our spiritual journey and staying tied to the things of this earth. And when we're experiencing that, it can be very agitating, for lack of a better word, very agitated. So everybody's feelings and intuitions are heightened at this time. And really, to what degree will vary on what you have for Capricorn, or not Capricorn, what for Cancer, Leo, let me get this, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So the more Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces you have in your birth chart, the more affected that you will be this next few weeks on that energy of Cancer that is coming in. And then we have the King of Wands, our intuition, being solid, being firm with our intuition. The Seven of Cups, I like to call the Seven of Cups my a lot card. There's a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, and there's a gift in those feelings and emotions that are coming up for you at this time. And that is followed by the World card, the gift. The universe is bringing in you a gift. This is a gift that has to do with your feelings, has to do with your emotion. You know, connecting with spirit is an amazing first step in healing. When we are taking those steps and we are working or moving through the healing process, meditation and prayer, or even attending church can really help us find our way, can really help us find our path. Why I say prayer and meditation together. Meditation is the petition. Meditation is, or excuse me, I have that backwards. Thank you, Spirit. Prayer is the petition. Prayer is the request. And meditation is the listening for the answer. Prayer and meditation go hand in hand. And did anybody have any questions about anything that we talked about or discussed during this reading, or were you wanting any clarity? Hi, Sierra. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you this evening? I hope you're having a blessed and wonderful evening. Did anybody have any questions about any of the cards that are on the table, or about anything that was brought up or mentioned during this reading? If not, please do visit my channel. I do have some pre-recorded readings for each individual zodiac sign. Do look for my live feeds during the week. Next week, I think I'm going to do them at 9 p.m. Central Time to see if maybe we might get a few more viewers and a few more questions. Yes, please, Sierra, what is your question? I'm on a little bit of a time delay. Thank you. So I think, I don't know if there's a way that I can turn that time delay off or what, but I think that they recommended that I do the time delay to, okay. How does Cameron feel about me wanting to be more than friends? And so, Sierra, just to be clear, you and Cameron are friends, and you are the one wanting to be more than friends. Is that correct? Thank you. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of that time delay, and I get kind of a little freaked out by those awkward silences. Sierra, what zodiac sign are you? What zodiac sign are you, and what zodiac sign is Cameron? Sierra, are you still there? Okay. Okay, so Sierra, as a Capricorn, I am a Capricorn myself. We are very grounded and we are very focused. When we are on a mission, when we want to make it to that top of the mountain, we are there. We are there. We are in, I always say, if you want something done, ask a Capricorn. They will always find a way to get something done. And sometimes because we are so focused and we are so driven on achieving our goals, on achieving what we want, we can come across as being um, inflexible and stern, and maybe in some cases judgmental. The thing about the Gemini is the twin side. There's two sides to their personality, there's two sides to their character, where on one hand, they want a deeper commitment, but then on the other hand, they're a little bit leery and a little bit, it's almost like the good twin, evil twin. What one wants, the other doesn't want. What the one wants, the other doesn't want. I mean, it's just a real polarity. And so Geminis, generally speaking, need more time and more patience in order to um, find a spot, find a place where they are equally are ready to commit to a relationship. They're a little bit like a Sagittarius that way, where they want to commit, but they are not going to commit until everything has lined up. Um, that I would say, let me look here. Let me get a quick look here, Capricorn. So Capricorn, right? Yes. So, Sierra, right now you are in the energy of wanting to uh, develop and maintain your personal relationships. But I'm not 100% sure that that's where uh, Cameron's at this time. He does have the potential of meeting someone new. And someone has come into his life that has sparked his interest. But I do believe that he's having a difficult time letting this person know. Whether this person is you or not, I do not know. And that's what we're being blinded to. At this time, if you are interested in connecting with Cameron, there we go. And that's the Gemini card. The Gemini is feeling lost, trapped, and blinded. If you would like to increase your connectedness with your Gemini, spark their intellect. Many times, because Geminis are very lighthearted and they're really easygoing, and many times they'll just have a childlike spontaneity about themselves that they're not taken seriously. And Geminis do like to be taken seriously. So if you can stimulate his intellect and engage him in conversations that will broaden his horizons and allow him to express himself as new ways, I do believe that you might be able to deepen that connection. But it's not going to be in an attempt to make a love connection. I would say that it is an attempt to deepen your friendship, to deepen your relationship. Thank you for that question, Sierra. That was a long answer. I hope I hope that I helped you find a little bit of clarity on that. And I do want to thank everyone again for tuning into the reading. Again, please tune into my channel or look at my channel for any readings that might spark your interest, and do watch for my live readings. Thank you, and you have a blessed week.